Welcome back. The City of Dallas can now pursue criminal charges against the owners of loose dogs if they bite people or other animals. Ed Jamison, the director of Dallas Animal Services. You came to town from out of town, and Dallas had a bad reputation in the animal control world.
Yeah, that certainly was known nationally. I can say that there were a lot of strides that were taken before I got here, and we're just really trying to build on that to keep improving things.
But you came here and had to be shocked to find out that some people in some parts of Dallas are afraid to open their doors and walk outside because of loose dogs.
Yeah, and that's just not acceptable anywhere. And it doesn't matter if you're north, south, east, west, you should be able to walk down your street without having that fear. Or be able to go out and get your mail without having fear of being attacked by a dog.
When you take on a dog as an owner, you take that pet, you have responsibilities, and among them is to keep the thing under control, whether that's on a leash or inside of a fence.
You're absolutely right, and that's really what this gets down to. There's more of a culture of just not restraining your animal. So many of these things that we get into happen because the animal's not restrained. And we think that we took some steps yesterday that, hey, now this happened, you didn't have it restrained, and one of these incidents happened, you're going to have to talk to a judge about it.
So what are the new rules? And it's important to point out that also within limits, the people who work for you, you don't call them a dog catcher, they are an animal control officer.
Yes, yeah, our officers were able to write citations. We're in court almost every single day out of the week. We have bite supervisors, our field people write citations, unfortunately all the time. It's just there were some limitations on what we could do, particularly when it came to these attacks, which really was what's really needed right now.
So what are the new rules? If I'm a dog owner in Dallas and my dog happens to get out one time, two times, three times, and or bite somebody?
Yeah, well, the big thing now is there was a criminal penalty added for allowing your animal, while unrestricted, while unsecured, to bite a person. And then we also added a component about animal and animal attacks, because we couldn't do anything about animal attacks before. So there'll be a criminal piece. We already had an administrative piece, which we did streamline that through this process. But the criminal piece is a really big deal, because now you're going to go to a judge. There's going to be a record of that, and then obviously things escalate if there's any future once you're in the criminal courts.
Right. And until now, one of the big problems was that my dog would bite somebody, and I'd say, "Here, take the dog."
And that's it exactly.
Yeah.
The animal surrendered. The animal's no longer there, and then the process stopped, and we only had that administrative piece.
So now, even if that dog is taken away and unfortunately may have to be put down, that process can continue. I would still be held liable as the owner.
You absolutely. And as we held a multitude of public meetings on this. To a T, people wanted us to be even more restrictive.
Right.
So there was not a sense of that we were trying to be unfair. There's tons of due process in there. But at the end of the day, you have to keep your animal restrained. You won't even know who Ed Jamison is if you keep your animal restrained.
Right, right. You don't want to find out the hard way. Thanks for coming in.
No, thanks for having me.
Congratulations. We hope that this situation can be turned around.
Yeah, we're trying, and I think we're making headway.
Good, good. Good to know.